first, I got to say thank you so much for doing this interview with me. Had no idea, man, that how iconic you are, especially the character voices that you do. Can you give me a couple of them, please? Because I want people to know how authentic you really are, man.
What's up, Doc? Bugs Bunny here talking with Rudy Blair. Ain't he a stinker? Listen, Rudy, you're despicable. Woohoo! That's not all, folks.
Man, where did you learn how to do this?
I don't know if you could tell, but I'm a bit of a couch potato. All of my education in animation started with, of course, Mel Blanc and the Looney Tunes Saturday mornings on the Bugs Bunny and Tweety show.
Okay, can you let people know about this? Because this is something that is a lost art these days. We don't have that where you could get up early in the morning, get some cornflakes or whatever, and sit in front of the TV before your parents got up.
Well, it's crazy. Saturday mornings and after school were pretty much the only times that, kids like us back in the day could watch cartoons. And what was great about those times was that even like TGIF, Urkel and, like Family Matters, Full House, it was on at a time where everyone watched it together. It unified us. I mean, of course, now we have streaming and all that stuff, which is not bad. We binge together now. But those cartoons can still be found on, things like HBO Max and what have you.
But they're all edited now. And, don't even think they're allowed to use weapons or they hit each other or anything.
Some of the classics are still intact.
Yes.
And then some of the ones that aren't so... again, Stay Tuned is going to blow the lid off of these old cartoons.
Let's go right into that because This is what it's all about. Explain what Stay Tuned is about.
Stay Tuned is a show that is a 6-part miniseries on CBC Gem, premiering December 2nd, this Friday. And it's produced by Fathom Film Group and CBC. I'm the host. We take a deep dive into the world of animation and examine how cartoon shaped us. It's sort of a nostalgia show, but it's more of like peeling back the layers of an onion show, where you're kind of like, whoa, this was happening? Like, this was what I was watching as a kid in an innocent Saturday morning cartoon. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it on purpose, some of it by accident. That's up to you to decide. And what I really hope for with this series is it's going to start a lot of conversations.
This is like the 60 Minutes for this genre of cartoons. It really is. And I also look at it as the conversations that I have with my friends when we talk about this going, did you realize this? Or did you, what the heck?
Yeah. We cover topics like racism in cartoons. Again, things that were made almost 80 years ago in a different time. Probably not even thinking that people today in 2022, 2023 would even see this, short cartoon. Maybe it was made for war propaganda, to get people revved up or inspired, but not in a great way, kind of in a distasteful way. But look,
Now they got a Filipino-Canadian voice in Bugs Bunny, Doc. I think we call that progress.
yeah.
What was it like for you growing up and realizing certain things? Like, for example, myself, I can't watch the old Tom and Jerry cartoons. The reason why is because when you never see the person, but the black woman was always big, thick, and flopping around, but the Caucasian woman had the nice slender legs and the heels and living in this poshest place. So I refused to watch it. What was it like for you growing up and then going, wait a second?
Yeah, I mean, for the black viewers, the African American viewers out there, you were not alone. There were depictions of Asian characters, like even in the Flintstones, where you're just kind of like, oh my gosh, like Betty and Wilma take judo lessons, and there is the stereotypical, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Mickey Rooney, Coke bottle, buck teeth, character, caricature, and I can look at it and kind of like take it with a grain of salt and laugh, but at the same time, that's not who I am. That's not representative of who I am in my culture. So, we have to look at these things straight on. We have to realize, again, different time, and move on from that.
But what were these? Do we talk about what these animators were thinking? Because there are those secret things that we don't realize that they put in there. I mean, we can talk about Bugs Bunny, and Was he going both ways, or
It's funny because they actually we talk about that in the show as well. Whereas comedians used to go in drag as a joke, like it used to be the butt of a joke. 2022, here we are. We have RuPaul's Drag Race, and it is glorified, and it is they've taken it. Drag queens have taken it into their hands and owned it. And I think they really went different with Bugs. Because there's... this is like in Wayne's World. Did you ever think that Bugs... when Bugs Bunny just like a girl, you found him attractive? Because he was drawn very well, like very attractive. Not like as a joke, but like... he could be, gender fluid. And I think that's up to debate. And I think a lot of the drag culture and queer culture have kind of claimed it, like saying, hey, yeah, Bugs in drag.
I can only, when I think about this stuff now, I can only imagine what these animators, they were probably killing themselves with laughter, putting this stuff up, knowing that it was going to be on for the kids, and the kids not realizing what they're watching. And I wonder even if the parents even knew what they were watching.
Yeah, I mean, again, Looney Tunes is a very special, beast in animation because even though we watched it Saturday mornings as kids, as children's content, these were 7-minute short films that were made to be shown in a movie theater house before a Warner Brothers picture, a throwaway cartoon. You may have been getting popcorn and a drink and not even seen this. And then that's it. We didn't have streaming channels in the 40s. We didn't have DVDs. There was no way to pause and rewind. These were just like films that they probably thought no one would ever see after they were shown once. So, so maybe they were trying to get away with murder.
With Moira.
But here we are, we get to examine it, we get to talk about it, we get to celebrate it. And again, I'm very honored and proud to be part of that franchise and that history of animation, and to be a part of the group that is pushing it forward is truly an honor.
What other animations, we talked about Looney Tunes, what are some of the other ones that we're going to explore?
Well, of course, in the 80s, you can't have a show about cartoons without covering G.I. Joe, Transformers, She-Ra, He-Man. I know we probably talked about Thundercats, educational cartoons like just the PSAs, McGruff the Crime Dog, Recycle Rex. There was a very infamous cartoon in the 90s, I believe by the Bush administration, cartoons and drugs, we gotta get them together. 1,000 points a line. They did Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue. This had Ninja Turtles, Muppet Babies, Bugs, Daffy, Alf, Garfield, DuckTales, all in one cartoon to fight to fight in the war on drugs, And the answers, we interviewed Bobby Moynihan from Saturday Night Live, and I said, hey, did this cartoon stop you from doing drugs? And he just went, no.
No, in fact, and maybe I don't want to be starting rumors or whatever, but one of the reasons why, if I remember reading, SpongeBob SquarePants was popular because a lot of people were high when they were watching it. They enjoyed it.
I don't even remember any episodes. I did not inhale. Yeah, this is the perfect place to air out all my grievances.
You kind of mentioned it already, though, but I'm going to ask you again as we wrap this up. What are you hoping fans are going to get from this series?
Well, I just hope they get a good laugh. I think it's a very entertaining show, comedy-wise. It'll tug on the nostalgic heartstrings, and I really do hope that it is going to push the conversation forward. And cartoons are not just for kids; they're for everybody to enjoy. And I really do feel like cartoons will be taken more seriously. And that we will have more cartoons to talk about for generations to come.
Yo, Joe, thank you so much, my friend.
Yeah, that's all, folks.